So my region is Basilicata, and my trip to my region was focused in Mattarella. There was a lot to do in my region. I didn't get to do everything, but I'll share a few things that I did. First, I stayed in Palazzo Gantini Luxury Hotel. It has 5 stars and it was really, really beautiful, and it also had a spa, so that was a selling point. I ended up going to the spa later on. The most important thing to me was obviously the food. Being in Italy, that's kind of like a selling point. I ate at a few places, but being in Italy, one of the most important things to me was trying like the fresh seafood, since it's always said to be like freshly caught in Italy. I went to Sapere e Sapori. The frutti del mare was really amazing. I had clams and shrimp and salmon and a whole bunch of fresh cut fish. My dad also always told me that meats in Italy didn't compare to the meats we have in the U.S. So I had to go to La Abbondanza Lucina, and I sampled many hand-cut fresh meats, and they were really phenomenal, and they were cooked perfectly, so that was nice. Also, being in Italy, it was kind of like you had to. I had to go and get pasta. So I had some homemade pasta at Ristorante Regina Corte. I did do other things other than eat when I went to Italy. I did a lot of sightseeing. I went to Parco della Morgia Meterina. It was kind of not as green as one would expect. There was a lot of stone, but it was like very ancient. It was very cool. I also took a guided tour of the Stasi di Matteria called I Due Sassi e Repetister churches. Both sites were really beautiful and unique. It's a lot of stone, not as much like greener as you see in like Tuscany or something, but it was still really, really cool. And then after I did a few nature type things, I decided to be basic and go shopping at Peperoncino. Since my hotel also had a spa, I had to hit that, and that was called Palazzo Gantini Spa. That was after, because even the vacations can get a little bit hectic sometimes, so after a while, you just kind of have to wind down. At my hotel, I saw Roberto Benigni. And he was really nice, even though he's kind of a star and he doesn't have to be. But I mentioned a few movies that I really enjoyed his part in, and he stayed and chatted and told a few jokes, so that was really kind of him. I think the overall favorite part of the trip was like seeing a world outside of where you're from and outside of Conway and like what we're used to. Like there's so much more in the world, and there's a lot more that's to be offered other than just like in your state, in your town, in the US. So I would definitely recommend traveling, because before I took this trip, I didn't really think it was essential, but now that I've taken it, I feel like everyone should really have that experience.